Jagdish Tytler claims innocence. He's leveling personal direct charges against H.S. Phoolka, senior advocate and counsel for the 1984 riots victims. To respond to what Jagdish Tytler has just told Headlines today, I'm now joined by Mr. Phoolka himself. For the last 28 years, he's been crusading on behalf of the riot victims of 1984. Mr. Phoolka, Jagdish Tytler claims innocence. He says that this is a personal vendetta that H.S. Phoolka is carrying out against me. There is no shred, no iota of evidence to link me to what happened in 1984. What is the case against Jagdish Tytler? What evidence do you have? And do you believe that the reprobe, the retrial, the reinvestigation will actually be able to link Mr. Jagdish Tytler conclusively with what happened in 84?
Rahul, I'll say three things.
Sir.
Number one, Jagdish Tytler knows it that I am the one who has been pursuing this fight since last almost 30 years now. So if he levels allegation against me to silence me, that is one. Now number two, this CD with Jagdish Tytler clearly shows that he is in touch with the witnesses. Now accused is not supposed to be in touch with the witnesses, and in fact this is a sufficient reason that Jagdish Tytler should be arrested and kept in custody. Now number three, he says that that Surinder Singh says that I have recorded his statement by deceit, by defrauding him. This is the statement of Surinder Singh before Nanavati Commission. In Nanavati Commission, when he appears before Justice Nanavati, he names Jagdish Tytler. When he appears before Nanavati, this is what he names Jagdish Tytler. Thereafter, after the so-called CD which the Tytler is saying, thereafter there are many CDs with the TV channels where Surinder Singh has said that he has seen Jagdish Tytler leading the mob and he was forced and threatened by the people of Jagdish Tytler to backtrack from his statement. This is the statement of Surinder Singh before the CBI on 21st February 2008. 21st February 2008, where he again says that the people of Tytler had come to him and forced him to make these statements and obtained his signature. Thereafter, he again made the statement on 22nd of December 2009 to the CBI that he has seen Jagdish Tytler and Jagdish Tytler has made his life hell, and he has approached his family members, and his family members have turned against him because of the threats from Tytler. Now, when Surinder Singh came back to India, in the Karkaduma court in front of the media, so many times he made these statements. Now, when he's independently, in my absence, he is making the statements to the media. Now, what is my... he is threatened, and this is the Tytler's pressure which can work. Who am I to threaten Mr. Surinder Singh? Why should he
give me a moment. Allow me to show our viewers
pressure?
Excerpts from the CD that Jagdish Tytler has put out. You've raised a very important question, Mr. Phoolka, that why was Jagdish Tytler in touch with the witnesses in the first place? But Jagdish Tytler claims that in this CD, you will see Surinder Singh say he doesn't understand English. He signed a blank paper because he thought he would get compensation. Listen carefully to the testimony of Surinder Singh. He is the main eyewitness. He's the linchpin on whom the case against Jagdish Tytler is based. Let's listen to a brief excerpt from that CD.
जिस वक्त 1984 ਦੇ ਦੰਗੇ ਹੋਏ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕਈ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਬੈਠੇ ਤੇ मैं किसी कमिशन के सामने नहीं आया। जिस वक्त भारतीय जनता पार्टी का राज आया तो मैं उस वक्त ये कहा भी जिन्हों के नुकसान हुए ने, सट्टां लगियां ने, उन्होंने मुआवजा मिलेगा। तो मैं वो मुआवजा लैन वास्ते जिहड़े कि वकील सन उन्होंने नाल गल की, उन्होंने जो मजबूर बनाया वो अंग्रेजी च बनाया तो मेथों वो सैन कराया। जो मैंने पता लगा कि वो श्री जगदीश टाइटलर के खिलाफ लिखा तो मैं दोबारा एफीडेविट दे के अपना स्पष्टीकरण दे दिता कि मैं जगदीश जी को नहीं लिखा।
सर, ये जो पहले जो एफिडेविट आपने दिया था, बाद में आपने अपना दूसरा एक एफिडेविट या पहला एफिडेविट क्या आपने खरीदा?
मैंने ਉਹਦੇ एफिडेविट बारे पता ही कोई नहीं, मेरे तो साइन कराए, दस्तखत करवाए।
कौन सी भाषा में था पहला?
अंग्रेजी भाषा।
बाद में आपने जो एफिडेविट दिया वो कौन सी भाषा में दिया?
वो पंजाबी विच दिता और नानावती के दफ्तर जाके मैं दिता।
उसमें आपने क्या समझा?
ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਇਹ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਜਗਦੀਸ਼ ਟੈਸਟ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੇਖਿਆ।
Mr. Phoolka, you just heard Surinder Singh say he doesn't understand English. It came to him as a blank sheet. He signed it because he thought you would help him get compensation. Now, when viewers are watching this broadcast, they get confused. They're hearing you speak. They're looking at what Surinder Singh told the Nanavati Commission, and they're also seeing this CD in which Surinder Singh is saying something completely different. Mr. Phoolka.
This is after his affidavit, he appeared before Nanavati Commission. Thereafter, when the titler forced him to speak on this CD, what he said, we do not even know what the genuineness of this CD. But when he said so, that titler has recorded some CD which we forced him to say few things. After that, he had made so many statements to the media. He has made the statement to the media openly. His last statement, the CBI has given the closure report, filed the closure report in April 2009. Before that, two statements he gave to the CBI in February 2008 and in December 2008. In both the statements, he named Jagdish Tytler. But in any case, Rahul, today it is irrelevant because of the reason that Surinder Singh has died. He is no more. He is not he cannot appear in the court today. Today the issue is that after everything, after recording all these statements, the DIG of the CBI made a decision that charge sheet should be filed against Jagdish Tytler. That decision was approved by the Joint Director of the CBI, Mr. Arun Kumar. Now, that was overruled by the Director of the CBI, obviously under the political pressure. Now, this is what the indictment which has come from the court today. That is the indictment that the CBI didn't do a proper job. They did a shoddy investigation. Now the titler should be answering to that. And titler is telling in the news channels that his name has come up for the first time in before Nanavati Commission in 2000. That's absolutely wrong. His name has come right from day one. On first week of November, his name appeared in the newspapers, where Tytler was blamed by the newspaper media. Tytler claimed that those people arrested are his own men. That is, it clearly brings out Tytler in the conspiracy angle. There were affidavits against Tytler before Mishra Commission in 1985. There were affidavits against Tytler of before Jan Banerjee Committee in 1987. But unfortunately, Rahul, what's been happening here? The victims has been giving their statement against all these four leaders, Bhagat, Sajjan Kumar, Shastri and Tytler. But the police did not register even a single case. They made these victims accused, and these leaders were made as the VIPs, that they were not even asked a single question. These victims and these poor widows were repeatedly asked questions. In one case, there's one girl, Nirpreet Kaur, who is pursuing the case against Sajjan Kumar. She was arrested and she had to undergo in jail for 8 years. Now, this is the kind of things which is happening with these victims. What do you expect? That how will they?
Those are very important questions.
When the police is against them.
Those are very, very important questions. There are a couple of other things that Mr. Tytler said. I want you to respond to them. He says that Surinder Singh's own family has given affidavits to the CBI where they say that Surinder Singh is lying. That the Gurdwara secretary also says that he is lying. These are the questions that Tytler is raising, Mr. Phoolka.
Rahul, Surinder Singh made a statement before the media. You people will have it in your archives that Tytler has pressurized my family. He has turned out my whole family against me. He has made my life hell, and he was harassed to that extent that he died. Now, which witness will muster the courage to stand up against these gundas? to look at their plight. And he is making allegation against Phoolka because these victims have some hope in me because I've been pursuing their cases. Now, where was Phoolka in 6 November 1984 when Tytler goes to the police commissioner's office? Where was Phoolka when Tytler's name appeared in the Who Are the Guilty? Now, the problem over here is that the whole system, the government, the police, they treat these people as above law. Tytler was given the cabinet berth. He was made the minister for the first time after these allegations came against him.
True.
In January 1985. After that, he is in such an influential position. Now, how do you feel that these people, he is saying, Gurdwara President, now tell me, in today's world, let your viewers think about themselves. If they see Tytler indulging in this kind of thing, how many of the viewers will muster courage and go to the police when the police tell them, no, we have no case, go away?
Those are important questions.
How many viewers will muster this much courage to go from one corner to other corner against to ensure that the people like Tytler are punished? Let's all think about ourselves before we blame these victims that they are why they are not speaking up against Tytler.
Those are very important points.
The plight they are going through.
Those are very important points. He's also raising questions about Jasbir Singh. Jasbir Singh is still alive. He's the man who claims to have heard. Jagdish Tytler say to his supporters, "You should have killed more people." But Tytler says that it has now been proven that Jasbir Singh was in Jodhpur at the time of the riots. He wasn't even in Delhi. How will you establish that Jasbir Singh was in Delhi, Mr. Phoolka?
Rahul, I'll come to Jasbir Singh. But before that, Tytler says the secretary of the Gurdwara, the president of the Gurdwara said Tytler was not here. Look at this. The president of the Delhi Sukh Gurdwara Management Committee, Prahlad Singh Chindok, gives him the Sropa when the Nanavati Commission was made findings against him. Look at the pressure of these people. When the person of such a high status, president of the Delhi Sukh Gurdwara Committee, is giving him a Sropa to convey a message. Now, will it exonerate Tytler? That shows the kind of the pressure they beat. Now, as far as the Jasbir Singh part is concerned, now Jasbir Singh says that he has seen Tytler in 1987. Jasbir Singh has given his statement. 30th April 1987, Jasbir Singh gave his affidavit. Now, Tytler today comes on the TV channels and say that for 15 years there was my name didn't come at all. But the blatant lie. The Sajjan Kumar today is arguing in the court that for 25 years my name never came, no allegation was leveled against me. Well, look at these people, blatant lies they can tell. Right from day when the
Mr. Phoolka, I'm asking you a direct question.
Horse.
Here is a matter of fact. There are witnesses who testify that Jasbir Singh was in Jodhpur at the time of the riot, at the time when he was supposed to be in Delhi, looking on to the conversation Tytler was having with his supporters, telling them that they should have killed more Sikhs. Jasbir Singh was in Jodhpur is the charge. How will you establish that Jasbir Singh was indeed at the place where he claims to have been?
Mr. Tytler has got so much of resources, he can put up 100 people to say that Jasbir Singh was in Jodhpur. He can put 200 people to say that Jasbir Singh was in Chennai. He has got that much resources, but that is not the way the investigating agency should investigate the matter. The investigating agency should first record the statements of the witnesses, which they have not done it here. First, in 2007, they said Jasbir Singh is not traceable. In 2007, within 2 weeks, the media traced Jasbir Singh. Then again, they hurriedly filed this closure report in April 2009. And then, when after the closure report is filed, the Home Minister of the country, Mr. Chidambaram, is making the statement, "I am glad my friend is exonerated." What justice are you expecting from these people? What message it's going to convey to the victims? These victims who have lost their everything, they have lost other members of their family. These poor Lakhvinder Kaur, she was just a young girl of 16, 17 years old, expecting a child at that time when her husband was killed. What message do these people get? How do you expect them to muster the courage? And today Tytler is saying, for all these 25 years, no allegation has come against me. Look at the blatant lie and all the TV channels he has been saying openly.
One final question, Mr. Phoolka. Are you confident on the back of the court order yesterday that the charges against Tytler will be reprobed, that the investigation will be looked at once more? Are you confident that after 20 years, 28 years, you will be able to nail the man that you've been gunning for all this while, that justice will finally be done in the 1984 riots case? Or do you think that given the fact that the Congress is still in government, no one will be able to touch Jagdish Tytler?
Rahul, I am quite confident. Last time also, like I said, the DIG and the IG wanted the closure report to be filed. Now I believe the Congress would have learned the lessons. This government should realize that they are always talking about Gujarat. The guilty of Gujarat need to be punished. But at the same time,
Absolutely.
those killed in 84 was also human beings. They should talk both in the same breath.
True.
Now, this is the high time that they need to learn this thing, and I believe they would have learned the lessons now. And I'm quite hopeful that this time the charge sheet will be filed against him and Tytler will be...
There's also a big difference, Mr. Phoolka, between 1984 and 2013. And that difference is this, that at that time, there wasn't 24/7 TV. There wasn't anyone relentlessly pursuing this case. The big, the mighty and the powerful could do what they wanted and get away with it. Well, India has changed, and now Mr. Jagdish Tytler, Mr. Sajjan Kumar, every aspect of this case will be monitored very, very closely. We don't wish to interfere with the court proceedings, but witnesses cannot be bought over, they cannot be coerced. People like Phoolka, who've been fighting for the last 3 decades for justice, will see their case being pursued in a court of law, and then the courts must decide whether or not Jagdish Tytler, Sajjan Kumar and all the other Congress leaders who are considered to be guilty, whether or not they are truly guilty, and if they are not, then they too must be allowed to hold their head high. But the fact is, witnesses cannot be bought over, the case will be pursued, the media's voice cannot be muzzled no matter how powerful and big you might be. H.S. Phoolka, for joining us with your version and your counter to all of what Jagdish Tytler told us earlier. Thank you very much, Mr. H.S. Phoolka, the lead counsel for the 1984 riot victims. Jagdish Tytler, was very rude and nasty in what he said about Phoolka, but Phoolka has been fighting this battle for a very, very long while now. And it's important that the matter be investigated, that Jagdish Tytler be tried, and then the courts decide whether or not Mr. Tytler is guilty.